Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make these candied golf balls and grass cookies. So stay tuned and I will show you how. Here are the things that I use: a 2.5-inch round cookie cutter, a golf ball candy mold, and you can find those on eBay. I'm using Kelly Green Food Coloring by Wilton, Wilton Tip 233, it's a grass tip, some white candy melts, and a melter. Alright guys, let's get started. Alright guys, to get started, I'm going to go ahead and put in the melted candy melt into each of the cavities. So I'm going to just do 4 cookies for the video, but I'm going to fill in all 5 of them just in case one doesn't turn out nice. I can use a second one to replace it, or for whatever reason. It's always nice to have an extra one ready. So just fill that in and tap it, and then you can stick these in the fridge. I'd say about 10 minutes or so, just so they can get cold completely down to the core. Now you can get these on eBay or Amazon, and they come in a variety of molds. Some will come without the stick and just the balls. You can get that as well. I got these because I needed the ones with the stick for a different occasion, so I'm just going to be using the balls for these, and they run around $5, maybe less. And again, you can get them on eBay or Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes, and then I can come back and set them on the cookie and pipe the grass, and we'll be done. Okay, so I just got these out of the refrigerator, and what you're going to do is just flip them over. Oh, they're starting to come out already. Well, just be careful. Sometimes you have to wiggle your tray and you know, kind of bend it a little bit to loosen them up, but these are coming out rather quickly, so that's good. I'm gonna flip them over so I don't damage the design on there. Get this other one out. Okay, that's perfect. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I'm going to, of course, do a little bit of a close-up towards the end so you can see the detail on these candies. It's just phenomenal. You could probably add a little bit of that candy melt in between here and put them together like this if you want to have like an entire golf ball on your cookie. But you'll have that little seam there, that joint there, so maybe it's not a good idea. Haven't tried it like that before. I just have done them like this, and they still look like it's like an entire round golf ball, but just the bottom is hidden underneath the grass. And what you will need is a knife to trim this part off. You don't have to be super perfect because it's going to be hidden in the grass, but just give it a nice little trim. That'll come right off. Also, don't handle them too much because you will leave your fingerprints on them since they're still wet from the fridge. You will leave your fingerprints on them. And also, do not use them right away. Do set them aside for a few minutes till they come to room temperature, and when you touch them, they're not moist anymore. Because if you put them on there right away, the moisture may soften up your icing. And we are working with a bit of a stiff consistency, so you don't want to make it soft. So set them aside for a few minutes, and then like I said, give them a touch to see that they have come to room temperature and that they're not sticky or wet anymore, and then you can go ahead and move on to the cookies. So I'm going to set them aside and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so moving on to the cookie. Make sure that you have your ball ready and that it is dry to the touch and its room temperature is not cold anymore. And try not to handle it again too much so you don't lose your design and leave fingerprints on it. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't have a tip on this bag. I'm just going to put a little bit on there and then smooth it out with an offset spatula. This one has a little bit of a tapered end, and since I have a little bit of a thicker consistency and I did it this way because I still have to make it a little bit thicker for the grass. So I went with a little bit more of a medium thick consistency to add the base on there. You don't have to have a base, but I do suggest having one because the grass will stick to that icing a lot better than having to pipe the grass directly onto the cookie. It won't grab as well as if it's on the icing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this offset spatula, one that has a little bit of a tapering at the end, and then I'm just going to smooth it out. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it is way easier than having a tool and you know, spreading it out. It's just easier this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit here because we don't need a lot. It's just, again, to have something for that grass to stick on. So just smooth it out. So I'm going to now grab my little golf ball and I'm going to stick it in the center. And I want to do that now so it'll dry. When the icing dries, it'll grab onto it like glue, and then leave it there to dry. I'd say 45 minutes or so, just enough so where this has grabbed some crust, and since it is very thin, when you pipe your grass, it shouldn't be a problem in crushing the icing. So if you want to give it more time, that's fine. I always say the more the better. So I'm going to finish up the rest, give this some time to dry, and then I'm going to switch my bag to a thicker consistency and to my grass tip, and then we can get started. Alright guys, so I gave this some time to dry so that candy golf ball is nice and stuck on there, and this is dry. So as you see here, I did 2 of them already, and here is something that I thought I wasn't gonna do, but I went ahead and tried it because I'm just curious like that. So what I did is I grabbed 2 of the balls, since I had 5 balls and I only needed 4. Instead of doing all 4 like this, I grabbed the extra ball, added a little bit of the candy melt in the middle, and then joined them together, and then added a little bit of that candy melt around the edges because I knew I was going to have the little joint all around that was going to be visible. So I kind of just smoothed it out around that edge. I did lose a little bit of the design that the golf ball has, but it's not that bad. So if you want to do it like this, I think that would be just neat. What I did to stick it on there is to grab I grabbed some of this icing, and I just put it in the middle of the cookie. So this ball wouldn't be here, so it would be the flat cookie with the icing. I put some of it in the middle. Since it's really thick, this actually stuck on there, and then I just piped the grass all around it. Now when you put this on there, when you put the 2 balls together, just set them aside and they will dry in a few minutes, and then you can pick them up and they'll be nice and stuck together. So now let's move on to this cookie so my video won't get too long. Again, 233 in the Wilton tip, and in a bit of a thick consistency, so you will be piping with a squeeze. With a bit of a squeeze on this type of consistency. So just, you can go all around if you like, and then come back to the edge, or do one out, one in, whatever's easiest for you. Just make sure that you try to hide that line that's all around here. Since I didn't do it really neat, you want to go ahead and hide that, and then just pipe and lift, and you'll get that grass design all around it like so. I thought this was really neat, and I thought I'd share it. I did these for Father's Day about 2 years ago for my dad because he loves golf, and I think I did 2 other different ones also. I did some with the green and with like a sand pit. I didn't know what else to do for Father's Day besides making maybe like Thai cookies. About it. See, I already finished as I was talking, but I'm gonna let these dry so the icing can become matte and doesn't look so glossy, and then I'll just show you a quick close-up, and that'll be all, guys. Alright guys, so they're nice and dry, and that is it for this video. So I hope you found this interesting. Super easy to make. You're only gonna need 1 color for the icing, and you'll need that grass piping tip, of course. So I hope you found this fun and an easy cookie to make for Father's Day, or for anyone that loves golf. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And I will talk to you soon. I will try to link a few golf ball candy molds in the description box below. I'm not sure I'll be able to find the one that I have, as I've had mine for a little bit over 2 years. But I'll try to see if I can find something similar. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys.